Hello everybody and welcome to another video here at Playing Board Games. Today I'm actually doing something I'm a little bit excited about, where DerBK, which if you don't know, is a content creator. They have a blog called Ancient Evils, investigating the dark side of Arkham. It says I can see it, but you can't. It's up here. Trust me. You have to just trust me. But they have a website that's great. I use them quite a bit frequently for especially the Scarlet Keys when all that was coming out. Use them for getting images. But what's important is that DerBK has released an unofficial return to the Innsmouth conspiracy, announcing a new fan-made upgrade expansion for Arkham Horror, the living card game. So, elephant in the room, yeah, right now it's looking like the Return 2s aren't happening anymore. While this isn't official, like there wasn't an official word that was saying, yes, we are never, ever, ever, ever making Return 2s again, the latest news has basically been there's no plans, which is most likely probably, it's best if we just all, in our heart of hearts, assume that this means that it's done. It just makes things easier, which I think is really cool with what DerBK did here. And my apologies, by the way, if I'm butchering the pronunciation of the name, but they've made their own unofficial return to the Innsmouth conspiracy, which I think is really cool. I haven't read this article at all. Like I did with the official Scarlet Keys when it was finally announced last year, I'm wanted to do this blind and in a video because I think this is just a cool way for me to kind of number one, have my own excitement for this idea, because I think this is, like, I can't even begin to express how cool of an idea I think that this is. And number two, also, for people who might not know, who, find their Arkham news through YouTube, or, unfortunately through our channel, because, we're funny. That's all we got going for us. But it's a way for you to, maybe discover this, and there's a link down in the description to the website, and the link to specifically the, Return to Innsmouth conspiracy, so you can check it out yourself. But why don't we dive in, and let's see what all of this is about. All right, she had changed as those who take to the water change, and told me she had never died. Instead, she had gone to a spot her dead son had learned about, and had leaped into a realm whose wonders, destined for him as well, he had spurned with a smoking pistol. This was to be my realm too. I could not escape it. I would never die, but would live with those who have lived since before man ever walked the earth. H.P. Lovecraft, The Shadow over Innsmouth. You visited the damp caves under the lighthouse. You dealt with the eccentric inhabitants of the coastal village of Innsmouth, and you fought off the ever-growing forces of the tide that threatened to pull you under the waves. While your memories of the place are hazy, you still feel yourself compelled to return there, to Innsmouth, to once more brave the challenges of the sea, the dank places beneath it, and the creatures that dwell within. I am proud to announce the unofficial return to the Innsmouth conspiracy, a fan-made upgrade expansion, adding new supplementary content to the entire The Innsmouth Conspiracy campaign for Arkham Horror, the card game. So sick. Within this fan-made upgrade expansion, you'll find new scenario cards and encounter sets that you can insert into every scenario of the Innsmouth Conspiracy, mixing up your investigations with new dangers and new objectives. Fun. New player cards representing upgraded versions of cards from the Innsmouth Conspiracy give you new tools and options for upgrading your decks and for revisiting the Bless and Curse mechanics in new ways. Also, really cool. Because of the way that the release format for this game works, is that obviously I'm of the opinion that obviously one day we will get back to Blessed and Cursed cards. I think it is just inevitable at this point. However, because the game takes, they work years in advance, it's very likely that it won't be for years until we see a Blessed and Cursed again. I think we're going to see it in 2 more expansions, potentially even 3 more after this one. Whew. So I think it's really cool that this is going to be embracing the cards, because you can see that there is Blessed Blade, there's Cryptographic Cipher here. This looks like a green plan of action, which really gets me a little bit interested. So it's like exploring the card pool that already exists, which I think is really neat. And thanks to the efforts of Hauke, who some people might know as someone who already helped with various other homebrew creators with his skills in the graphical department, this fan product even comes with all the necessary assets and instructions to create your own return to Innsmouth box and dividers. What the hell? That's crazy. Will you once more venture out to stand in the way of the Order of Dagon? Holy cow. There's a lot here. There's a lot. All right, fish people. Yes. Ooh, we got cards. Don't want to spoil them yet. Let's just come over here. Let's just keep them. I'm going to keep them secret from even me. All right. While your memories of the places near and beneath the sea are not reliable as you would like, it is still unmistakable that things changed around Innsmouth since your last visit. Caves aren't where you remember them, new inhabitants are living in the village, and there are things stalking near the shores that you are sure you've never seen before. The unofficial return to Innsmouth, look, it even comes with dividers. There's even, like, I'm assuming this is all in here. It comes with dividers. What the... This is absolutely wild. This is also a great press release, too. This is crazy. All right, the unofficial returns to the Innsmouth Conspiracy, remixes the entire Innsmouth Conspiracy campaign, bringing new tricks and turns for every scenario, with an assortment of new scenario cards. From the very beginning of the campaign, you might find yourself stalked by deep ones, or you may find that the eldritch influence of this place starts taking hold on you as well as you feel the call of the sea. So if I click this, it opens up? It opens up into the cards. Okay. So we have Call of the Sea here, but let's look at this one. All right, Stalked by the Deep Ones. Revelation. Put Stalked by the Deep Ones into play in your threat area. You get -1 foot and the Deep One trait. I am curious to see if this explores the Deep One trait more. After the first time a Deep One enemy engages you each round, test foot 3. If you succeed, discard Stalked by Deep Ones. Otherwise, disengage that enemy. Oh, interesting. That's a spooky card with the Deep Ones here. So after the first time a Deep One enemy engages you each round, test foot 3. If you succeed, discard Stalked by Deep Ones. Otherwise, disengage that enemy. Which means then it'll immediately engage with you. Whew! That's spicy. That's actually a little bit tricky. Can you imagine this with the Deep One Bull discarding 2 cards? Ay caramba. Alright. Alright, we got Call of the Sea. So Revelation, put Call to the Sea into play in your threat area. After you end your turn, move once towards the nearest fully flooded location. Ooh. As an action, discard Call to the Sea. If you have the Deep One trait, increase this ability cost action by 1. Alright, I like that. The little bit of flavor where if you're a Deep One, it really, like, you're more compelled to the ocean and it's harder to get rid of. Not crazy much, because some other players can still do it for you. They can be like, whoosh, hey, Rex, you don't want to go into the water. I know you're a Deep One, but I'm not. Trust me, you're not who you think you are. It's really cool. Also, the move once towards the nearest fully flooded location. I like this because it's something that you can use positively for your own effect to get movement where you want, but it also can be taking you to a bad place. Like, imagine, I don't know if this one is going to be in the Light in the Fog, but this one could be particularly spooky with Light in the Fog. Deep One Stalker, 4/3/2. Prey, Deep One Investigators. Engage with prey if possible. Retaliate. After it engages you, take a horror. Ay caramba, that's a tough enemy. 4/3/2 as well. Alright. Along with bringing changes to every individual scenario, this fan-made upgrade expansion also includes 6 new encounter sets designed to swap in throughout the campaign and bringing even more replayability to the table. This not only include new versions of the Tidal Tunnels, let's go, excuse me, but also things like the Deep One Stalker, one of the many new cards that care about the Deep One trait, and how it signifies the influence of the Elder Ones on the Investigators. This is all sounding really great. No matter which of these new scenario cards and encounter sets you're using, this upgrade expansion has the divider cards you need to organize the entire campaign, provided you are up for a little bit of arts and crafts project following the instructions and using the art assets that come with this fan-made expansion. So cool. So cool. That's really cool. Alright. Do you see what I see? They're in different classes? Okay, once again. No, sorry, do I see this exceptional version of Tristan Botley down at the bottom? Am I reading ahead and getting my hype going? Of course! Nobody expects you to face these fresh horrors without some new tools at your disposal. In fact, due to the unique opportunity of revisiting the Bless and Curse tokens, the unofficial Return to the Innsmouth Conspiracy features an extra player card for each class when compared to the official Return to campaigns for a total of 3 cards per class plus a neutral one. You surely remember how the original Innsmouth Conspiracy introduced an asset that changed classes with this upgrade? I do! That is, for people who don't know, Holy Rosary! Look at that! Now, there are 5 more cards, like Upgraded Keep Faith, which is available for Mystics, okay. Or this new version of Priest of Two-Faith that can be taken by Survivors. These 5 cards also subtly introduce payoffs for token types that the class didn't care about before, providing some new hooks for creative deck building. Of course, there's also the usual in-class upgrades, from the obligatory Blessed Blade upgrade to the more exotic ones like the exceptional version of Tristan Botley. Okay, alright, I'm just going to read just this last sentence, this last paragraph here, and then we're going to look at the cards, okay? And finally, what would an upgrade expansion of fan-made or otherwise be without a list of achievements tempting you to you closer to nigh impossible feats? Whether it's finding all story allies in the vanishing of Eleanor Harper, collecting all 16 flashbacks throughout the campaign, or winning the Innsmouth conspiracy while permanently turned into a deep one, these achievements give you something to strive for again and again. Super awesome. But let's look at some cards, because that's really fun. All right, Upgraded Keep Faith. Okay, let me just zoom out. Get that on screen. Okay. So, it's a 2-cost, 2-experience event. Fortune Blessed commits for a wild. Fast, play during any Lightning Bolt window. Add 3 Blessed tokens to the bag. You may remove 1 Cursed token from the Chaos bag. If you do, shuffle Keep Faith back into your deck instead of discarding it. That's really cool. I really like the heck out of that. So what that does is it just makes it so that, once again, it's living in that design space of the paradox for Mystics, but also exploring it in a way that allows you to keep doing this. I love it. That's a cool card. Okay. This new version of Priest of Two-Faith that can be taken by Survivors. All right. So, 1 cost, 2 experience, ally slot, soaks for 2 and 2. It's a wild. After enters play, add 3 Curse tokens to the Chaos bag. At the end of the upkeep phase, add a Blessed token to the Chaos bag if you can't discard Priest of Two-Faiths. So, yeah, basically just the inverse. That's really neat. While not exactly like, you're not like, wow, that's such a difference, or like, oh wow, but this is actually quite powerful. This is incredibly powerful in Survivor Bless. Like, if you're playing Token of Faith, this allows you to then turn these Curse tokens into more Bless tokens. And just gonna add 1 a turn if you have 2 of these in play, if you have a Charisma. I mean, even if you have like a Charisma and you play Jacob Morrison, this Priest of Two-Faiths is very good. Is very good for Survivors. Holy cow. Alright. Upgraded Blessed Blade. So it is a 2-cost, 2 experience, wild, hand slot. Fight. You get +1 fist for this attack. If a Bless or Elder Sign token is revealed during the attack, it deals +1 damage. When you initiate this attack, you may exhaust Blessed Blade to add 1 token to the Chaos bag, 1 Blessed token to the Chaos bag. Instead of revealing a Chaos token for this attack, you may resolve a token sealed here. After you end your turn, if Blessed Blade is ready, seal a Blessed token on this card, limit 1 on this card. That's a very nice upgrade as well. I really like level 0 Blessed Blade, and this just like further enhances it. And while by no means is, of course, like official, and I'm sure even DerBK put all over it's unofficial, it does kind of feel like, I think what I like about these cards, these designed upgrades, is that they feel very, I could see these being printed. I think they're very nicely designed, and they don't change like what the card is. I know Priest of Two-Faiths is like literally a flip, but it is still just like the same kind of vibe as the official. And let's look at this exceptional version of Tristan Botley. I want to see this. All right. So 5 cost, 4 experience. He's exceptional, so he costs 8 experience. And he's exceptional 2 wild, still 3/2. And let's just zoom in back to this. You get +1 to all of your skills. After any skill test ends in which a total of 3 or more Bless or Curse tokens are revealed, play Tristan from Botley from your hand or from your discard pile at no cost. So obviously, he's expensive. He costs 8 experience, but the effect is certainly fun. +1 to each of your skills. While great, doesn't like, this guy's not like a must play, Like, it's not like, it's like, it's like people play Goose and they stop drawing cards and it costs 4, that's Geas, I think, and it costs 4 experience. This costs 8, twice as much. Takes up your ally slot, just gives you stats. I think it's fun. I also love the idea that you can play him from your discard pile again, so you just commit him. He's like, you commit him, get him out of your hand, load up the bag, play him eventually for free. Cool card. I love it. I love all of it. And we're going to close thing out here. Current state of the project. By now, you might be wondering two things: when, how. The preliminary design for this card and this fan expansion is completed. What's going on right now is some extensive playtesting of the proposed changes and filling down any rough edges. While I'm doing that, Hauke is working on making sure the graphical assets are all up to snuff, all the way from the encounter icons to the outside of the box. There are also some technical demons to wrangle, but nothing that's not solvable. That being said, I'm not comfortable giving an estimated release date. That's fine. We want this to be great, so we will absolutely take the time we need. Once it's done, it'll be available as a print and play and as a digital release. Obviously, a fan-made product. It's completely free and not monetized in any way. Sounds sick. Know that this project is still in open development. Any previews or cards shown above are still subject to change. Anything Arkham Horror the card game, of course, is copyrighted to Fantasy Flight Games. This website, and by extension this project, is not affiliated with or supported by Fantasy Flight Games in any way. This is really cool. This is such... this blows me away. Like, this blows my mind. It just blows me away, knocks me on my ass. It's incredible. All the other idioms you can think of. I am just flabbergasted. I am floored. This is incredible to see from this scope of the from the community. I mean, obviously, DerBK I think is a phenomenal content creator in this medium. They have a lot on their website that is very great for people interested in Arkham. So if you haven't checked it out, you should definitely go through the website and find out what else there is. And you should also keep your eyes on this Return to Innsmouth, because I know I will be, because I cannot wait to try it out myself. And I think, even though I'm awful, absolutely awful with arts and crafts, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try to build the box. But no promises it's going to turn out good. Yeah, awesome. I hope you enjoyed this and this kind of like preview article for what's to come on the fan-made side. This is really cool, and I hope you're as interested in it as I am. Again, you can find a link down in the description. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.